Hello, everyone. Welcome to our very first DPO International podcast. So, I'm Matricia, and I'll be your host for today. And honestly, what better time to launch this than during International Women's Day? So, for our first podcast, we'll be having a meaningful conversation about women and career growth, from balancing work and personal life, continuously improving ourselves, and staying relevant in today's corporate world. To be honest, I'm very excited about today's discussion because we have three amazing ladies joining us, and each of them bring their own journey and experiences from different BPO offices. So, joining us today are Anne, Teresa, and Hafsa. So, to get started, I would love for each of you briefly introduce yourself. You may share a little bit about your role, your journey, and which DPO office you're representing. Maybe we can start with Anne.
Hi, I'm Anne, working as a regional warehousing manager based in Bangkok, DPO Thailand branch office.
All right. It's good to see you, Anne, even though it's virtual. So, Hafsa, would you like to go next?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Hafsa. I'm from Regulatory Affairs, and my branch in DPO is in DPO Indonesia. So I've been here for around 4 years. Really happy to joining today to celebrate International Women's Day.
Hi, I'm Teresa. I am the Assistant Regional Manager for Scientific Affairs, and I am from DPO OHQ Malaysia.
All right. So now we've gotten to know each of you a bit. Let's move into the theme of the International Women's Day. So basically, this theme is all about taking concrete steps to create impact, whether that's in the workplace or in your community or even in terms of your personal growth. And honestly, it ties perfectly with our discussion today. So we can start with Anne first. Earlier, you mentioned that you represent DPO Thailand, right? I've noticed that women are strongly represented there. So, from your perspective, how would you describe the presence and impact of women in the office, and why do you think it's important to have women in the workplace?
Um, I would like to say there is a good balance of perspective, and women here are not just contribute the daily operations, but they also driving the idea, improve the process, and contribute and support to the teams. I think have a woman in the workplace is very important because of diversity to bring different viewpoint, experience, and leadership style. And the women here are so kind, neat, and also pretty.
All right. Building on that, um, why do you think it's important to have more women represented in leadership roles in this era? And
Yes, it's very important. I think because of when women in the leadership role, it send the message, powerful message that growth is based on the talents and hard work. So it's also motivateful to the next generation, like the young lady, to believe in that. Like, okay, for the future, they also can do.
so, in your current role right now, you're basically like having a leadership role as well, right, in your position. How would you describe your leadership style when working with your team?
Okay. Uh, actually, it is based on the experience, and I know that how I can teach the team and how I can organize so to lead them to align with the procedure or the proper arrangement when we assign them to do some tasks. And on the daily operations is not just like we assign the task and then we just waiting until they finish the task, but we have to provide and guide them to the team.
I see. I guess your leadership style is mostly towards coaching leadership.
Yeah, right. That way I am working.
Thanks, Anne, for sharing. I think that kind of leadership really builds trust and strengthens the team culture. So, moving on, Teresa, I would also love to hear your perspective on these two. Like, why do you think it's important for women to be represented in the leadership?
Oh, well, basically, Anne has already mentioned quite a lot of the points that I have had in my head before. But yeah, I just want to add a little more on. Just want to add a little more my perspective. I fully agree with what she said about women have a lot to offer, especially in this modern day era whereby humanity is questionable. And I think that yeah, even in the corporate scape, in the corporate landscape, they have so much to offer because of their unique thought process, um like the way they compute decisions like in a very detailed way, the way they fuse leadership with a lot of elements of proper communication and empathy. I think this element is so unique to female leadership. I mean, I'm not saying that male leadership styles offer less or they're any good or bad. I'm saying that if done right, I think both male and female leadership, they complement each other like in the best possible way. And I think yeah, there's so much room to improve in that sense. Yeah.
So, my next question is, where do you see the biggest impact of female leadership? Is it in terms of empowering the team or shaping the workplace culture?
Oh, 100% both team I mean like team empowerment, yes. Because I think for like female leadership, there's a lot of element of um nurturing. I'm not saying this to represent the whole female population, but I find that most female leaders that I've encountered, they have a very good sense of nurturing elements when they exert their leadership. And then also they play a very big role in creating a more tolerable workspace. I can see that like those who really do their job well, not just performing the task but also think for the people around them. They create a very accommodating environment that inspires people to just show up for work and do more than just what your basic JD is. I mean, that's in my personal opinion.
All right. Thanks, Teresa. You also shared to me previously that you're a mother of one, correct? So, with
Mm.
work and caring for your little one at home, how do you stay motivated to continue growing in your career?
Well, um my son is basically one of the source of my motivation, and so I want to be a good example for him and embody the kind of values that I want him to follow growing up. As in, whether I'm at home or at work, when he's not here to watch me watch me do stuff, I want to be like consistent. I want to show him that consistency is key, that you uphold the right values whether you're in and out of the house. And I think that's like so much, and I think that's like so important. That's so important, and I think that's like one of the key attributes that is
Mhm.
really motivating me to grow professionally.
I would like to try understand more like what steps do you personally take to continue growing in your career? Is it like in terms of training or mentorship or even self-learning?
Well, my number one policy in growth is to is to always um is to always remind myself that um that I can always do more, and I am yet to fully understand the the complete scope of what I'm currently doing, and there is so much room for growth. And so I always told myself that I can do so much more, that I should always challenge myself to go to the next level.
Okay, thank you so much, Teresa, for sharing that. I think it's really
You're
inspiring to
welcome.
see and hear how you stay motivated while balancing so much. So, my next question actually for Hafsa, since we're in this topic regarding growing in your career, as you look ahead, what are you aiming for in your career growth?
Okay, so I can say my career right now is self development for me because I want to
Mhm.
enhance my knowledge after I graduated from my college before. So I want to learn a lot of something regarding my background. So I will not forget what is my target before. So yeah, every day in DPO also a learning for me.
So, any plans like for you to, having a leadership role in the future?
Yes, because actually in my team and in DPO we have like a change to lead some tasks or some projects, and so being a leadership as a woman is also a good opportunities and challenge because we can like improve our showing that a woman also powerful.
I see. That's very good. So, my next question for you is that earlier you mentioned that you have worked with DPO for almost 4 years, right? So, maybe you can share with us like an experience or lesson that has shaped how you approach work or overcome challenges.
From the experience that I have before, I see that whenever I face a pressure or unexpected issues or problems, I remind myself to be stay calm because maybe sometimes being a woman sometimes we get panic, but yeah, after learning we have to be calm and focus on the solutions, and also all of them are a learning process. So don't worry if you did a mistake. So we learning from it and then try to be better the next day.
Thank you, Hafsa. All right. Okay. Honestly, ladies, it's been really wonderful hearing all the different experiences and insights from the three of you today. So another topic I would love to dive into is women and technology. So today, AI and other advanced tools are transforming the way we work, such as from automating tasks to helping us make smarter decisions. But of course, like with all these advancements, right, new challenges naturally come with it. And we are always expected to keep learning, adapting, and staying competitive in today's fast changing corporate world. So, my question to all of you is that how can women make sure to stay relevant and to continue breaking the glass ceiling in a workplace increasingly influenced with AI?
Okay. With the AI moving so fast, I think the key is stay curious, keep learning, and don't be afraid with the technologies. And you upskill, ask the questions for the mentors, and most importantly, you be confident. So sometimes breaking glass ceiling start with raising your hand. Just say, I'm ready. Uh, I want to test the big challenge. That all.
All right, thank you. So, anyone else? Hafsa?
From my opinion, actually AI is a technology that have a beneficial for us as a woman, because when we are maybe having a problem with AI and then searching more, we can be more creative and more productive because of AI help, and then it give us like ideas and solutions that can support our growth and stay ahead in our career.
All right, thanks, Hafsa. Teresa, over to you.
Oh, mm, I agree with both these fantastic women here. I think one of the most important things about um, making sure AI is never ahead of you, but you being ahead of AI is to always keep our minds switched on. And I know I'm gonna offend quite a lot of people when I say this, but never relying on AI for the answer. um Always remember that when it boils down to like the basics of everything, AI is just a mere tool for you to get information fast, and most of the information that it brings is merely is like very suggestive by nature, as it's not like a final um it's not like your final answer that is correct, black and white and wrong. It's a suggestive answer. Okay, yeah, it can help you to do things faster. It can help you automate tasks, get information like really fast. But I personally think judgment and discernment is something that is still very sacred to the human mind. It's something that AI cannot do for you. So, as a woman in corporate, I think it's really important to that you know that the judgment is still is still your part to play, and is discernment is still your part to play. You need to sharpen your discernment and keep that engine running, and don't rely on ChatGPT to for your answers.
All right. Thank you everyone for sharing. I think from what I can conclude from the three of you today is that to stay relevant and breaking the glass ceiling is all of us need to embrace technology and then continuously learning, staying curious and having the confidence to step up and lead, as what Anne said earlier. So another point is that I think I agree with what Teresa said just now. Although AI can support us, but of course our human strengths like creativity, judgment, and collaboration that truly make the difference. And I believe that combining these strengths with the tools and digital resources available today enables women not just to keep up, but to lead and make a meaningful impact. So, ladies, as we come to the end of today's session, I truly believe this discussion has been filled with valuable experiences, lessons, and insight. And I'm sure everyone listening can take something meaningful away from me. So, before we wrap up, can we end by having each of you share a short message for people outside our organization?
Sure, sure. So let me begin by saying that scarcity is a very toxic and debilitating mindset. Scarcity means you have the mindset that, there's not enough. We must fight each other to and step on each other to win. That mindset is called scarcity, and it has to end. It's very toxic and a very debilitating mindset. It limits not only you but the people around you. Okay, so my personal advice to other female workers outside this organization is that you should learn to celebrate each other. Okay, even when you are placed in a very competitive or professional setting whereby you are expected to compete against each other, that doesn't mean you cannot support one another in the process. Okay, so learn to be your team's biggest supporter and learn to uplift each other. It Yeah, and I think gatekeeping needs to end as well. Gatekeeping culture needs to end as well.
All right. Thank you, Teresa. Hafsa, what would you like to share?
I hope everyone, especially women, having environment that they will feel safe to grow and also confident to speak up, because I think when organizations and communities intentionally give a safe a place for women's development, so we are investing in long-term sustainability and strong leadership for everyone.
Thank you, Hafsa. Lastly, Anne, let's hear your message for our listeners.
Okay. What I would to say to the all people outside the organizations, uh, when we invest in the women, time, support, opportunities, everyone wins. So my message would be empowering women is the smart thing to do. So when women grow up, right, we have the skill and then we grow up. So meaning that the company, the organization, and community will grow through.
Wow, those messages are such powerful reminders, for all of us to support one another, create safe spaces for growth, and to make sure everyone has the opportunity to succeed. I think that's the main takeaway from today's session for me, actually. So, with that, ladies, I would like to thank everyone for joining and sharing your perspective today. It's been truly inspiring to hear each of your experiences and thoughts on these topics. And I guess that's it for our first DPO International podcast. So, once again, thank you to our amazing colleagues and to everyone tuning in. We look forward to bringing you more meaningful discussion in the future. So, I guess for now, we hope you take these insights with you and find ways to put them into action in your own career. So, lastly, I would like to wish everyone happy International Women's Day.